So, welcome back. When last we left off, you guys had formed in a series of unusual encounters with a run-amok construct destroying trees left and right near the city. It pinned our beloved, names. I don't even have Roll20 up. Guys, what am I doing?
It was me! It pinned me! Brun Win Delacroix, Lake Town Delacroix, fuck.
I can't. You said your name like 5 times more than anybody else. I can't believe I forgot. Brun. Pinning our
That's just the
beloved
normal Kayla experience.
tree.
Unforgettable.
No. Pinning our beloved Brun beneath a tree, you all proceeded to attempt to beat the shit out of this construct, some kind of harvesting device made by a local imperial wizard named Kirsten. He presented you with the opportunity to meet with the River Lord of the city of Oakhart, one Jonas Athmid, who, upon having a very wonderful lunch with him and his daughter, revealed that he has reason to believe that the forest you guys and the city have enjoyed for generations is in an unsustainable place, presenting the idea that there might be some kind of gift that had been alluded to through the generations that was once granted to his family and has since been lost. He pointed you in the direction to the east or northeast-ish of the city of Oakhart, deep within the Athmid Holdt, one of the largest forests within the empire. Gathering your things, determining that the best place to begin looking is within the area with the assistance of your new, at least acquaintance for some of you, but friend to at least Xenia, Silencio. You begin setting off, wandering through the paved streets. Are you making any stops throughout Oakhart before you leave for the city?
Just as a reminder, did he say what this thing was that we were looking for?
He was pretty vague. He didn't seem to
so.
have much knowledge over what this item is. Just that it was known as a gift.
Okay.
Let's see. If you would like, Xenia, you could make a history check if you'd like.
A history check? Sure. Oh, shit. That's not a good sign.
Yay!
Another dice. Okay, 13 plus what? I think it's 5. Yes, it's 5, so 18.
Okay. So with an 18, I mean, you've heard a couple of tales, perhaps, of how when people would replant the trees during deforestation, they seem to sprout within days, become saplings within a couple weeks, and become full-blown, almost harvestable trees over the course of maybe half a year. Very unusual, very not what you've experienced in the couple of years you've been here, at least.
Okay.
You don't get much more than that, though, I'm afraid.
Well, was the plan to leave right away?
That's up to you.
Unless we needed anything, I think it was. Oh, you had to check back in with work.
Yeah, I have to somehow get what we think it's going to take us 2 weeks to get there.
You guys estimate it would probably... Silencio, you were saying last session how it probably took you about 2 weeks meandering. You could guesstimate it could take anywhere from 2 to 4 days if you moved with purpose.
But plus he's giving us horses.
Plus, we will have horse this time.
Okay. So what? I probably need to get a week off. Yeah, I can do that. Guys, I think I need to go back and check with my employer, my boss, and make sure I can actually get that time off. But then we can leave right away if you want to.
All right.
Do you guys want to come with, or should I meet you back here?
Well, does it make us look like we're just going to party if we come with you and stand behind you as you try to plead with your boss for some time off?
I honestly don't know. I mean, maybe you can wait outside so it looks like legitimate and I'm not just trying to get out of a week of work.
All right.
I think that having us there would at least be helpful, but not, right breathing down your neck.
Okay, let's do that. That sounds good to me. Back to the shop.
Okay. So you all wander from the Athmid estate, the rather large building near the center of town, down the southwestern road toward the Fern Sprig. You get a couple of looks, Silencio in particular, but a large majority of you, just anybody seen leaving the Athmid estate, is regarded as a curiosity throughout the city. Takes maybe 10 minutes for you guys to walk your way down to the little outpost over here in the red on the map. The beautiful wooden building, kind of a duplex between both the apartments of yourself and Siona, and the Elderbearer Miscellany, the shop to the left of the apothecary. Xenia, you open up the door and the smell of sage and various ointments and oils just engulfs you. Very familiar, very lovely. As you see Siona just sitting there, what looks to be grinding up some kind of spice or dried herb. What are you doing?
Xenia looks briefly very, very nervous before she kind of sobers herself. Kind of waves you guys to the side, and she walks up and she says, "Hi, Siona. What you working on?"
Oh, well, I'm just grinding up a couple of leaves here, working on one of our ointments. So, how was your trip this morning? How was your lunch?
It was pretty good. We met Lord Athmid, and he was a very respectful man, got straight to the point, but he treated us well.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. I certainly hope so. So, are you ready to get to... I don't like the sound of that,
So here's the thing. I might have agreed to do a job for him with some other people. Brun, like you met before, Silencio, who has been a great help, and another man who you haven't met, but he's a very talented healer and a fighter too. But we're going to pay off what we broke and maybe make some more money on top of it. But the thing is, it's apparently like a couple days' journey to where we think we need to go. We have horses, so it'll probably be like less than a week, but...
Make a persuasion check.
The desperation in that, we have horses, though.
11 plus 3.
Okay.
14.
She pauses for a moment, just silently grinding in the granite bowl, looking you up and down for a moment, just giving you the hardest eye you've seen in a while. And what is this job you'll be doing?
We're not supposed to talk about it, but it's very important for the town. And I know I would put you out, and I know I promised I would help out tonight, and I don't want to leave you without someone to help you, but what if while I was gone, I take some time while I'm out far in the woods and near the mountains, and I look for some of the harder to get ingredients for us, and bring you back stuff for sales or ointments or whatever we need. It'll be like I'm working, I'm just taking a trip while I'm working.
She pauses, her face stone, her hands steady, no longer moving, the eyebrow arching. The faintest crook of a smirk appears on the left corner of her mouth. Well, you'd best be bringing something back for me, otherwise I'll be raising your rent less.
Okay, that's totally reasonable, and maybe...
She breaks out into a smile, just puts everything down. Oh, come here, darling.
Oh!
She just moves towards you, gives you a big ol' hug.
I hug her back.
You're really going? You're really on some kind of adventure? And you actually met with Athmid?
Yes, I did. It all happened very, very quickly. But I think it will be fun, I haven't been on the road very much.
No, you haven't?
Yeah, but they have. So hopefully they'll be able to help me out.
Oh, darling, it's time. It's time. No, you have been here for greater things and just been stuck in in a frankly ramshackle apartment. I gave you the worst of the two. Let's be completely honest here. It's time for you to go out, to go spread your wings. If you found people that you think can keep you safe, they'd fucking better. I encourage you to do it. I strongly encourage, if you can find anything to bring back, I'm all for that. I will pay you by not renting your room out to anybody else.
Okay, I appreciate that. I don't really have time to move anything else.
And maybe, if you bring something particularly good, a fair bit of coin for you as well.
That sounds more than fair. And, maybe while I'm out there, if you gave me one of the alchemy sets to take with me, I could make something every night for you.
Oh, she raises her eyebrows. One more persuasion check.
13 plus, 3? So 16.
Okay. You'll have to take the kind of shoddy one.
That's fine. I wouldn't want to take the best one on the road. You never know what might happen. Not that I won't take good care of it, but...
My thoughts precisely. Alright, well, fine. If you break it, I will expect more work from you, or more materials from you when you get back. But you be safe, alright, darling?
Of course. And I give her another hug.
She hugs you back. Well, I don't have much here for you. She kind of begins digging around for the briefest moment. I've nothing that would honestly be helpful out on the road. Here. She actually brings out a small vial of what looks almost like a sickly green, for lack of a better term, sludge. You recognize this as a vial of nutrients.
Oh, okay.
What this will do is you can take it like a potion, and it will give you, I believe it's 1d6 of temporary hit points.
Ooh, that's awesome. I will definitely take that.
That's about the best I could do. I'm sorry I can't do more for you all. Are the three of you, Zeph, Brun, and Silencio, inside?
I am.
I'm standing outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably outside because that's what Xenia said to do.
Okay. Well, you all best take care of each other. You be safe, you be wary, keep your eyes open. Don't, by any means, be caught without one of you awake, even when you're sleeping. Guard duty's important.
Have you heard of any particular creatures in the woods we might look out for? I haven't traveled them myself very often.
Well, just about fucking anything. The Beerstock that are deep in the woods, they're much more wild than the ones nearby. You can imagine that if you threaten them or their calves, they would probably get angry. What direction are you heading?
What direction were we heading? I think east, right?
I think so.
East?
Past...
I believe... Yes.
Gotcha. You see her face kind of fall for a minute. Well, just keep an eye out. I truly don't know what exactly to expect, particularly past the river.
Did I get a sense of why she looked briefly upset or disappointed or whatever that
You
was?
would probably know that this forest gets far more dangerous the closer to the mountains you get. It's safer. So the west into the south, the closer you get to the Oven, the massive river, the generally agreed upon safer it is. The closer you get to the mountains, the less so.
Okay, gotcha. Well, no, we will try to be as safe as we can, even though that's not very comforting to hear. But
Well, the life of those who adventure aren't very comfortable, but I hear it's spectacular. There's a lot you can see out there.
It sounds exciting, not going to lie.
Well, good. You're about due for some excitement. You take care of your friends out there, all right?
I will.
And bring me back that stuff. I mean it about giving your house away if you don't bring anything.
No, I promise. I'll look as much as I can.
She smiles warmly and begins shooing you off. Go, off you go. Go on, get out of here. You've got a long day ahead of you.
Okay. I'm good. And she'll turn to Brunwyn and say, I'm just going to grab a couple of things from my room, and then I will be ready.
Oh, by all means.
Okay. She'll scurry upstairs and probably get a bag more suited for traveling, and a couple of boxes, some of her divination stuff, and maybe a book or two.
All right. Any other preparations you guys take as you begin to head out?
Not me.
How about Zephyr, Brun, or Silencio?
I don't think so.
I think I continue standing where I am.
All right. So, once Xenia, you've gathered your things, you've made your way back outside. I take it you guys are heading to attempt to collect some horses.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm already attached.
All right. Sounds good. You guys go wandering through the way, through the busy side streets. Actually, Xenia, you know, somewhere near the northern portion of the city, there's actually one of the dedicated stables and liveries, the Oakart Livery and Traveling Services. You've been there a couple of times to get things like messages back and forth between family or friends in particular. I don't know how communicative you are with family. But you've also occasionally replenished your stock of chickens, various draft animals, things like that.
Do they actually have chickens there? Or is it just more of like you put an order in?
As you guys approach, it's kind of chaotic. There's a large pen. You notice that it keeps a couple of bear stock. You see maybe one or two donkeys, several goats, and stables further off down the road for horses.
All right. Well, this is definitely the place we want to be.
Did it seem like Lord Athmid was going to kind of send a note ahead so that we could just pick him up, or do we need to expect to put up a fight to get these guys?
You don't know. You didn't ask and weren't told.
All right. That was dumb of me. Okay. I guess, Xenia, since you're from here, this might be kind of your forte.
Sure, I can ask. Xenia will take the lead and lead them inside.
Very quick side note that is unrelated to the current situation. So I just realized that the protection domain that I see on UA is different than the one that's used on D&D Beyond. Can I use the D&D Beyond one? It's pretty similar, just changes what spells I'm given.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the D&D Beyond one, you know what? One sec.
What's the spells?
Are you using the protection cleric through my campaign?
On D&D Beyond I am, yes.
Oh, okay, that's one of my homebrews. Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
Whichever you prefer. I didn't realize until after I created mine that there were like 5 others. So I was perfectly fine with yours. I'm perfectly fine with the one on D&D Beyond. Whichever you prefer, go for it.
Do you have a kind of comprehensive sheet for your specific protection domain so I can look at it all together, or no?
Yes. Let me pull up the home brewery. While I'm doing that, what was it you were doing, Xenia?
I was just going to lead them inside and I guess go up to whatever counter I need to start looking for someone to buy horses, well, rent horses from, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. You go up to a rather sturdy individual. Looks to be half-dwarf in nature. Definitely too stocky to be quite full human, but not quite tall enough. Too stocky to be full human, but too tall to be a dwarf. He just looks to be kind of gathering several sacks of feed, plopping them down into his storeroom. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Good morning. We were sent by Lord Athmid. He mentioned he was going to arrange some horses for us for a journey we have for him.
Ah, gotcha. Yes. No, I can absolutely do that for you. real quickly, he begins reaching underneath and writes a small letter on what looks like a kind of roughshod leather booklet. He begins writing, pulls it out, and you see the paper just kind of fold in on itself infinitely until it disappears. He just kind of waits for a moment, tapping, fingers, kind of the awkward, almost like the awkward wait of somebody waiting for their manager to arrive. And a split second later, you see another sheet begin unfolding itself, kind of in thin air, as he grabs it, reads it over, and kind of nods. Okay, yep, you have been approved. He claps his hands together. We're a little limited, and come on out. Let's see who we're equipping for.
Yeah, we might need, well, you'll see. She'll take him out to the group.
He looks hesitantly for a moment. Okay, he goes wandering out and, kind of looks up and down at Silencio. You're a big man.
I am not a man.
Forgive me. You're a big...
I am
Honestly,
big.
it's best not to... Yeah.
You are big. Yes, keep it simple. Yeah, you are big. I think, though, fortunately, we have a couple things here for you. He kind of brings you around. Now, it won't be very fast, but we do have a rather large draft horse. You look and see what look to be 2 Clydesdales. Ooh. Do either of these suit you? Are you familiar with riding horse?
I do not know what horse is.
Oh no.
You're looking at one.
This is horse?
This is a horse, yeah.
It's okay. I never learned how to ride either. So we're learning together.
Oh my. Oh, okay. Brun's just gonna look both of them over and kind of try to judge which one's gonna be a better ride for Silencio.
Sure, make an animal handling check.
Okay. I know horses really well, guys. I do. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. All right. Yeah. One of them definitely looks sturdier, perhaps a little better fed, or maybe bullying around the feed trough, but it definitely seems to be less predictable. The other one you gather would probably carry Silencio just as well, but looks maybe a little slower, maybe a little less sturdy, but seems to have a friendlier disposition.
I'm gonna gesture for Silencio to come over and do that little meet and greet, flat palm hand, sniff test.
Okay. Silencio, make an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh boy. Alright.
Yeah.
Where is my D&D Beyond? Thank God for being a wisdom-based class. So that is a 16.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you for advantage, because otherwise it would have been a 6.
Oh, you're welcome.
Absolutely. So, as you reach your hand out, the Clydesdale kind of nudges into it. You were offering it a treat?
No, I was just getting him to get it to sniff, so you can start petting the face and fondling. I'm a very big horse cross.
Excellent. Yeah, it allows you to pet it. Seems tenuous, but definitely trusting. At least these are clearly well cared for creatures.
I think this one will do just fine.
I tend to agree. He seems to take quite a liking to you.
Do I carry this horse?
No, you're too. It carries you.
It's all right.
It carries you.
We'll do a little bit of practice. It's fine.
Gotcha. Well,
Brun,
just
can you do me?
just so we're clear, these were loaned. I mean, we need them back in the best possible condition.
You have my word. They'll be perfectly kept for.
All right. All right. It kind of seems to accept that. A little resigned, but trying to trust. Okay, do the rest of you guys find horses? There look to be riding horses and draft horses. Kind of choosing between hardier or faster.
I want a fast one.
Okay, you get a riding horse for yourself, Brun.
Nice.
Xenia has Brun pick one out for her.
What do you pick out
Probably-
for Zen?
She doesn't need a draft horse, but probably a draft horse anyway. Well, do they have any super chill riding horses? Maybe like an old
yeah.
one.
I would say you find some that are probably a little lazier. Maybe
Okay.
not the fastest. More relaxed.
Just someone without any spunk.
And how about you, Jack?
Riding horse, probably something fast as well.
Riding horse? Okay. All right. Yeah, so the three of you find 3 more riding horses, very sleek, very strong. All of them, once again, looking very well taken care of.
And Bren will arrange for some feed as well for their travels.
Okay. The feed... Trying to decide if I really... Because these technically count as pets. Do I really want to go dickering over feed costs?
Charge me a gold.
Yeah, I'll charge you a gold, and we'll call that... Yeah, I'll charge you a gold. We'll call
Can I
that
have
20
a
days
little-
worth of food.
Can I have like a handout so I can keep notes on items and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Also, side question that has nothing to do with it. Is this Witcher music right now that's playing?
It actually sounds very witchery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Witcher has great music for D&D.
Oh,
Mhm.
It does. It is the best.
I use Witcher battle music for my Tomb of Annihilation game. It's so good.
Always.
It might be
So-
Skyrim though.
Let's
Skooma
see.
Camp? Yeah, it's definitely scary. Or is this a different track? Oh, it's a playlist.
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't know you had to look up the playlist, otherwise I would have just looked at myself. But
Let's see. Spikerug, Streets of Whiterun. It's either Elder... It looks like either Elder...
okay.
Don't know quite how long we're in.
Yeah. It's fine, I can look at it later. Just sounds
Yeah.
very familiar.
It is. These are all games I've played, so it's just a nostalgia fest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can be edited by... There we are. Brun, that is in your journal.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys have gathered your supplies. You've got enough feed. Are you guys ready to head on out?
Sure.
Okay.
So, I had a moment communing just silently with my god, redefining my protection domain, and now I'm good.
Excellent. Yeah, it takes a couple of seconds, but you just feel like in that conversation, yeah, they silently acknowledge, sure, we'll grant you this one regularly instead of this one. So, you guys get on your horses. You begin riding off. I'm going to say the first day probably takes a lot longer than the next few, as at least 2 of you are learning how to ride a horse. Give me animal handling checks, Silencio and Xenia.
Can I give them advantage?
I don't need it! I got a
Sure.
natural 20!
A natural 20, the
that's
first
the
of the
first
campaign?
Yeah!
Yay!
I have really learned how to ride.
Hell yeah.
I will say, Zephyr has ridden a camel and he hated it. So should I would he know how to ride a horse?
That's
properly?
fucking different.
Probably not, yeah. You go ahead, you roll 2. Silencio and Zephyr, you may roll with advantage.
I'm just like, here's how to hold the bridle and how to hold, your reins, and don't kick it here, but you can probably nudge it here.
I must kick the horse.
No, don't kick the horse.
Oh no.
21.
15.
Wow.
15
Okay.
and 21.
Actually, the first day of riding goes remarkably well for you guys.
I'm an excellent teacher.
Brun teaches you guys amazingly. You guys learn how not to be too forceful, but how to be just authoritative enough. You guys learn to kind of get a sense of the energy of each animal, kind of feel out its comfort zone, while also getting a sense of maybe even a pretty quick trot, approaching a gallop. As you leave the city and start getting into the wooded areas, you see the trees massive, but some of them beginning to kind of lose a bit of their luster. You're maybe 4 or 5 hours outside of the city. The sun beginning to set in the west direction, just the long shadows beginning to form as it's about to go beneath the peaks of the mountains that are approaching you guys, or the mountains in the distance. I would say you guys have got a working enough proficiency of horses. Maybe not full-blown skill proficiency, but whatever.
So, Brun, do you just ride all these all the time in nobility?
You mean horses?
Yeah.
What? I mean, that's not you don't have to, but I bred them.
I just kind of figured that you just rode them around all over the place. That seems like something that people in high positions of power
The
typically
really
do,
rich
yeah?
people, they ride around in carriages that horses pull.
I mean, I did it. I did it sometimes for fun, but
So wait,
it's not.
so that's how you determine wealth. So the step up is you're on a horse, and then the goal is to not have to ride horses again once you get high enough in is that what I'm understanding about?
I mean, I think I'll always be riding horses.
Makes sense.
Because we ride horse, we are wealthy.
I mean, I kind of feel that way, honestly. After riding a camel, it's just a little better for me. Yeah.
Do I
What
even know
is-
what a camel is?
camel.
Yeah.
So imagine one of these, but it's just got this big bump on it, and it's just full of water or something.
It's
And they
full of
spit.
water.
They spit at
Oh.
you a lot.
What is
Full
the
of
horse
water?
full of?
Probably meat, flesh, the stuff that I can't imagine you're full of.
Flesh horse, water horse.
Sure.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Not wrong.
Silencio, do you actually think you can lift a horse?
Oh, please do not try.
I'm just curious. Have you?
I do not know.
They're pretty heavy looking. Maybe we can try later. Or
Wait,
we're not.
somebody has to make some kind of a druid circle where you have such a vivid imagination that you can wild shape into beasts based on how you imagine they look.
That'd be great.
No.
Could you imagine what Silencio thinks a camel looks like?
Oh no. Oh, that's
a
bad.
big
Next
chicken.
homebrew idea.
What do you mean? Your description was so great.
It is, yeah, it does make you wonder exactly how the wild shape magic works. Because I've been
Yeah.
considering, myself what happens with Silencio.
Don't you have
He
to
knows
have
nothing.
seen it to do it?
I mean, that's what the rules say, but that kind of makes it more ambiguous.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of does.
So you can wild shape into one squirrel and now one horse.
Oh,
4 different kinds of horses.
And
Oh, and
what
an
I
owl.
believe to be a chicken, yeah, but is
5
an owl.
varieties of chicken.
Oh, while we're flying, I assume Alki was hanging
We're not
out.
flying.
Oh, flying. While we were riding, I assume Alki was hanging out with Silencio, but she would actually send her out to just kind of keep an eye and circle us and come down if anything seemed to be approaching us weirdly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, make a perception check for your owl.
Okay. 10, plus I don't have owl stats up. Let me go look.
It should be +3 for perception.
Okay, plus 3, so 13.
Okay, so 13 total. All right. Yeah, as you guys are kind of moving along, just meandering, are you booking it? How quick are you going?
I imagine we'd be pretty slow for our first day of learning. But...
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you guys just kind of meander, just moving along at a pace. Let's see, we're so wisdom-based, even the wizard is wisdom-based familiar.
Yep.
Yeah. It's true. Overall, the first day goes by without a hitch. As you guys are traveling, probably 6 hours into it, I would say dusk has hit you already. You're getting to within 15, 20, 30 minutes of dark. Are you guys stopping for the night? Are you continuing on?
We should probably stop. I told Siona I would be looking around for some herbs every night if I could, so
Okay.
maybe while we have some daylight left still, I can glance around.
Sure. So are you guys
I can assist.
Yes, this is actually a wonderful learning opportunity for you.
All right.
And
Excellent.
a learning opportunity for me. I'm sure you know stuff I don't.
Sounds like a good deal then. If you guys are stopping, I would say, so what we're going to do is for each hour, you guys can make either herbalism or survival checks each, or one of you can make it with advantage.
Are you good at survival, Steve?
Yes.
Okay, then maybe you should make with an advantage, because I am not good at it.
Okay. First one is a 15.
A 15 with advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 10
Okay.
and a 9.
Awesome. Give me just a minute here. Yeah. Okay, I would say you guys do find a couple odd pieces around the place. I need to pull up the random tables of what you're gonna find.
What, you don't have a whole glossary of herbs just in the back of your head ready to go?
How dare I?
You find one deck of many things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
amongst the flowers.
I will pull all of them.
Oh my God. And thus ended the campaign.
Oh,
It was fun,
good
guys.
run too, yeah.
He was the most powerful ever to exist for all of 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then he was the most cursed.
Oof. Alright, so... The riveting excitement that is... what was that game? Animal Crossing?
Just collecting.
Yes. Always.
Paying off debts.
Yeah.
Oh, what fun.
You managed to find what looks to be these kind of bright pinkish flowers. They're called Olina petals. Olina petals.
Okay. Excellent.
You know that these petals can sometimes be used to make your vision a little sharper. They can also be distilled for more insidious purposes, kind of slow down people's reflexes. They even interact very poorly with sodium and various other substances, and can create a very almost freezing cold chemical reaction that some people use to make violent explosions with.
Oh, okay. This is good
I'm-
stuff, Silencio.
I'm going to say, how much do I want you guys to find?
1,000,000.
We're just gonna blow up the mountain to get past it.
Nice.
Let's see. What's your intelligence modifier, Silencio?
2. Oh no,
Okay.
no, that's my save. My modifier is 0.
You find
Okay.
none.
No, you still find 4. I would put 4 Olena petals in your inventory.
Cool.
And that's what you guys find together in 1 hour.
Alright.
So, while you guys are doing that, Zephyr and Brun, what are you two doing?
Making camp.
Excellent. Do you want to describe what you do to set that up?
I watched Zeph do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about right.
That sounds about right. Zephyr,
Yeah.
what do you do to make camp?
Let's see, so we're setting up 3 bedrolls, correct?
Mhm.
So, alright, just kind of setting those around, clearing an area where to build a decent fire. Maybe if there's some, like, stray logs around or whatever, just putting them together so we have kind of a space to sit by the fire, and, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you guys, Xenia and Xenia and Silencio, you guys make your way back after an hour. There looks to be a rather healthy looking fire spread out by the 2 bedrolls. You guys are kind of parked on the side of a really roughshod made road. You probably still have another 6 hours of travel before you really get out into the wilderness here. So every once in a while, you've probably seen carts pass by or horse-drawn carriages carrying various pieces of lumber back into the city. What are y'all doing as you begin winding down, or do you just unceremoniously head to bed?
Well, Siona said we should do a watch. At least one person should be awake. If we want to split that up.
Should we use the buddy system?
I do not sleep.
You don't sleep at all. Do you ever, like... Does your mind go under? Do you get bored? Because we can help you.
No,
Okay.
I do not get bored.
Okay. Well, I mean, Aoki can help you, like...
Why don't just one of us stays up with him?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable, so it's just not all on you. You can watch one way, the other person can watch the other way.
Should we all stay up so we can watch all the ways?
Unfortunately, the rest of us do need to sleep at some point. But that is an idea.
So it's probably best, just because there's so few of us, so we just split into, just take turns. Obviously, Silencio can take the longer one if he needs to, since he doesn't sleep.
That sounds good to me.
So, I guess he wants to take the first watch.
I can.
Alright, I'll take second.
I'll do the 3rd/last one.
All right. Sounds like a plan as you guys begin establishing who's going to sleep and who will stay awake and when. Eventually, the fire begins to die down. Do you leave the fire on or put it out through the night?
Is it particularly cold?
It's autumn. I would say the trees insulate you from a lot of the wind. Nighttime gets a bit of a bite to it, but it probably wouldn't be dangerous to be without a fire.
Mm-hmm.
From our wandering through the woods, do Zephyr and I know if there's any bandits that have been in the area that you need to be aware of?
So you actually did run across the bandit encounter maybe 3 days before you hit Oakhart.
Mm-hmm.
This forest seems pretty rife with them.
I don't know if it's better to leave up or not.
I mean, Zenny would just not even think about it and just keep going unless someone stopped her.
I'd say, I mean, Zeph would probably keep it, if it was still up, would probably keep it going, but I guess it's kind of up to whoever's on the shift.
Brun will keep it going too then.
Might be smart to put it out before Silencio's watch, just because I don't know what's going to happen, but...
So the whole night?
I just don't want you being the only one awake with it.
That's fair.
Well, Brun will keep it going for her watch at least.
Yeah, and Zen will too, otherwise she can't see. So
Okay.
That's fair, and I can't either, so yeah.
Okay. So you guys are just keeping the fire on the whole night?
yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. You guys begin your watch. Silencio, make a perception check, and then I believe it was Brun that's off first.
Mhm.
All right, Silencio and Brun.
16.
14.
14. Okay. It probably gets to be around 10, 11-ish, and you see it looks to be a wagon of some kind, gently creeping by. 3 or 4 guards are standing around as 2 merchants are sitting in the wagon peacefully. The guards all holding torches. They're very bright. Kind of take notice of you guys at the side of the road, nod congenially, and begin moving on through. The next 2 hours go by without a hitch. Brun,
And we'll-
you...
Sorry?
Oh, what do you do?
Oh, just before she wakes up Zephyr, she's going to cast light on the quill that she was scribbling with and hand it to him, so he's got a bit more light to look with.
Okay. Sounds good. Zephyr, you're woken up from your slumber very peacefully. Relatively, given it was Brun waking you. And you're given a very bright quill, acting as kind of a light source for you. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Kayla, can you RP waking me up? I want to hear how she would do it.
Yes.
Just a big slap.
When's the last time you levitated her?
That would
Before
have
we got to
been
Oakhart?
not
Was that
yesterday. It was
the
the
last
time
time?
before we went to Oakhart,
Okay.
so it was 2 days ago.
Then I guess she's just gonna kick your foot a bunch of times. Zeph!
Yeah. What?
It's your turn, darling.
Okay. Anything unusual?
Not really. Here. She'll hand him the quill.
Shields his eyes from the light. Takes it. Thanks.
Shrug and go to bed.
All right.
When Zeph takes his watch, and after Brun has fallen asleep, Silencio is going to move a little farther away from Zeph, not terribly far, but check on his cargo.
Okay.
Make sure everything is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You open up the gentle glow from your package, just illuminating the inside of the box. You see it's pretty standard. You might want to replace the contents in the next 2 days or so.
Okay.
But it definitely isn't an urgent need this night.
Okay, so apparently the quill blinded me because that's my
What?
third natural one for perception.
Oh,
It's supposed to help you see.
yikes. Okay. The next 2.5, 3 hours or so go by. Silencio, So for the sake of watch, do you want to roll each time someone else rolls, or just have that one roll serve you for them?
I guess that's really up to you, because it says that I have to be motionless for 6 hours, but that I can still see and hear.
Sure.
So also, I guess now would be a good time to ask whether or not we think that should be a consecutive 6 hours or a cumulative 6 hours. Totally cool with whichever way you feel it should be.
Sure. So let me think on that. I think
Okay.
that's something we can definitely settle over the next couple of days.
Okay.
There are definitely advantages for both. I like kind of the penalty of making it 6 consecutive hours, because that does still provide some challenge to you having to be opportunistic about when to rest.
Right.
But let's workshop that. We'll have a definite answer for next session.
Cool. Sounds good.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I guess if we're gonna do perception checks in rounds of who's on watch, then I would be assisting whoever's on watch just by being aware.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so then in that case, if you're going to be assisting, Zeph, here, go ahead, roll with advantage.
Oh boy.
It's another one.
Oh god, I hope so.
If I get another one,
Then you've just earned it. Like,
yeah, that I deserve something. I deserve actual blindness if that happens. Perception. That is a 19. There we go.
Wow.
19.
19 total.
Okay. All right. You, throughout the evening, you start off a little difficult. The quill actually, oddly enough, hindering your sight into the darkness. Your eyes can't quite adjust. But as the night goes on, after about an hour, the quill fades. Your eyes begin to adjust with only the gentle glow of the campfire beginning to die down. Near the end of your watch, you hear, kind of echoing throughout the forest and the trees, some kind of commotion. Perhaps a howl, or maybe something clicking against the trees, but very, very far off.
Okay.
Your watch goes on without a hitch. And it ends. What are you doing?
I will eventually go over to Xenia.
Okay.
And
How do you wake her?
Just lightly kind of shake her.
Shank her?
Yeah, I'll lightly shake
Party
her.
betrayal.
And then I just run and I'm gone. You guys never see me again. So I'll lightly shake her.
I think Xenia is very much a morning person, so she wakes up very easy and she's like, "Oh, is it my turn already?"
Yeah, there was some, howling, something going on in the distance there. It didn't sound like it was too close, but just, keep an eye on
Like
that.
wolves, or
Did it sound like wolves or something, Nick, or was it?
So it definitely didn't sound like wolves. That probably would have carried. You've known that sound very well by now.
Mhm.
But it's some kind of far off commotion is the best you could describe it.
So it doesn't sound necessarily like it was caused by a definite, pack of animals or group of people. It just sounded like a commotion, I guess.
Yeah, some kind of clamoring or and because of the trees kind of cutting sound, it makes it even more difficult to tell for sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it was. Just a lot of loud noise.
Well, if it wasn't close, we probably don't have to worry about it, right?
I hope not, but I guess we'll see. He'll hand Xenia the quill. I guess this is the passing quill. So I know it's not lit anymore, but
Nope.
yeah,
She's very confused.
I don't know. Brun,
quill.
yeah, Brun handed it to me. I don't know if this is like the talking stick or something, but
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if nothing went wrong on your 2 turns, it's probably lucky.
I don't know. It made it kind of difficult to see early on. She it was like she made it like glow or something. But as long as it's not glowing now, then you're probably gonna be fine.
Okay. Yeah, she'll take it and just hold it with both her hands.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. So Zephyr, you find the warm bedroll, fall asleep comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
Xenia,
And just to
perception.
flex my racial abilities, I'm gonna hold my breath and go face down.
Excellent. Excellent.
So
You just-
creepy.
It's a little unsettling, Xenia.
Yeah, I stared at him for a long time.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Smothering
Most
myself in a
definitely.
pillow.
Wait,
Which-
do I not actually see him breathing?
Make a perception check with advantage. You're on watch.
Okay. Oh boy. That is... Oh, that's with advantage, so hopefully something better than that. Nope, that's 1 better. I guess that's slightly... I think my perception is terrible, too. Yeah, +1, so 8.
8. Okay. It's a little difficult. You don't hear much during your watch. You spend a lot of your time very focused on Zephyr. A little unsettled by the complete lack of movement of his body.
I'd probably shake him awake
Except
at some
my
point.
My hair is continuously
Only
falling.
half of the
Yeah.
party breathes at night.
It's strange because you see his hair moving and occasionally you see his body like move, like repositioning, but his face never rises from this uncomfortable spread of cloth that he's
Okay.
got beneath his face. So
Well,
like
if I see some movement, I probably won't wake him, but...
Yeah,
still
there-
watch.
there is no proof that he is breathing at all, but he's still moving and it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. At one point, she probably takes out a book before thinking better of it and puts it away, and just holds the quill. Maybe calls over Alki and pets her for a while.
All right. The small owl just very comfortably nuzzles up in the crook of your arm and just kind of gently, almost like a purr, but like the shuddering and the satisfied clicks of the beak every once in a while.
This is
About
good
an
time
hour.
to debut my new drawing of the owl.
Oh,
I
definitely.
titled this one "Making Friends."
Oh, man. Oh, man. That owl has seen some shit.
Yes. It's died many times.
He has a problem, man. Woof.
Right, I'm sorry. Continue.
Mostly with cats.
Mostly with cats. About an hour into your watch, even you can't ignore the sound of crashing and tumbling, scrambling through the snap of twigs. It sounds like it's coming toward you.
Like, very quickly, or does it still sound like a distance off?
It's a distance off, but very clearly and very rapidly arriving in your direction.
Okay, she would immediately go over and shake the nearest person awake.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm going to
okay.
make that your decision.
Well,
Who do you wake up?
Well, I was... Let me finish, Steve.
I am always awake, is my point.
So, did you hear it as well?
That's a good question. Did I hear
I
it as
do
well?
not hear.
You do hear it.
Okay. How many hours into the rest is this?
I would say you're actually probably at 6 hours.
Okay.
You've
So-
hit 6 hours, I would say.
Okay. Then Silencio will just get in front of Xenia in whatever the direction of that noise is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess she'd wake Zephyr up first.
All right. You wake Zephyr up. How are you doing it?
Shaking him very rapidly. Oh my god! Are you okay?
Yeah, what? Yeah, what's the
Yeah, there's something coming towards us right now, very quickly, and then she'll run over towards Brun.
Okay,
Okay.
donning my shield. I don't have my armor on, but donning my shield.
Excellent. Because the armor is actually one of the rules. I probably should have stated armor is actually one of the rules I do in and falling asleep in it.
Cool.
So yeah, you don your shield, begin as the crashing just gets louder, things moving, rocks being kicked to the side, dirt flying. You just wake up Brun, and how do you do so?
Similarly, rapid shaking. Wake up quickly, there's something coming towards us very fast.
What? What?
There's something coming!
Alright.
You just wake Brun up as crashing through the copse and flying, scrambling down onto the ground. You see a very bloodied man, cuts, bruises all throughout. As he falls down onto the ground in front of you, you notice at least 2, maybe a third broken shaft throughout different areas of his body. He collapses into the ground in front of you guys.
Oh, gross.
Does it sound like there's anything chasing him?
Make perception checks.
Oh boy. 13 for Silencio.
Trying to remain quiet a little bit. I'm just gonna. Are you okay?
Natural
The
20.
guy. Ooh, natural 20. Nice.
Natural 20. You ask the guy if he's okay.
13 perception for me.
13 for perception. You pull him to the side, kind of moving him. Since you're kind of paying attention to him, you notice that he's breathing very shallow. He's in a very bad way. Not looking like he would survive the next night. Wounds need to be immediately treated or definitely gonna die. The rest of you pause, peering through the darkness, anticipating the sound of anything else coming. After about a minute, nothing arrives.
Though he technically isn't at 0 hit points, does Spare the Dying work to stop him from bleeding out, or would that be a medicine thing?
I would say make a medicine check combined with Spare the Dying. A high enough medicine check, at least to stabilize, definitely.
Okay, well that's an 8, so no.
An 8? Okay.
We have 0 hit points? Or
And
is
that was
he
my
still...
pink die, too.
You know, NPCs are always so tough because they're basically just minions. Yeah, what the hell? I'll allow it. Spare the Dying, sure.
Okay.
You feel, and kind of in concert pulling out small bits of arrow, you feel the most severe portions of the wounds, the ones that would definitely be fatal, close up. He's probably not completely out of danger, but you've definitely ensured that he's going to survive the night.
I have proficiency in medicine, so I think it at least kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I would say he's not in the clear, but definitely not in immediate danger of dying.
Pushed off death for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and he is unconscious?
He is most definitely unconscious.
Okay.
You get the sense that he used every single ounce of effort left to make it to you guys.
Got it.
Well, here. Let me just. Brun's gonna pump a cure wounds into it.
Okay,
Wait,
you pump a
should
cure.
we, maybe I don't know. I know it looks like he's probably the victim in this situation, but should we tie him up for when he wakes up just to make sure he's not, the aggressor?
Already touching him.
Do you think he'll really fight back, or that he could?
I mean, I don't know how much healing she can pump into him.
That will be 12 points of healing.
12?
I rolled an 8.
Okay. You see him
Wakes up, he
momentarily.
casts power word kill. We're fucked.
Yeah, you're all dead. It's a 1. You see momentarily the wounds just begin sealing up, and his eyes bloodshot. Almost the capillaries being bust around there begin to seal up, and he starts to look a little more present.
You're all right. You're all right.
He just begins freaking out, almost curling up into Brun.
Okay, you're all right. It's fine. I mean,
Just breathing heavily. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I just need a minute. He's just kind of breathing heavily. You get the sense that being brought back from death's doors is probably just as traumatic for the average individual as dying, so...
Brun will give him some water.
Okay. He drinks quite happily and nods in appreciation, handing it back to you. We saw your fire a couple hours ago. God, maybe 3 or 4 by now. Figured that you would be the closest ones we could get to help.
There were others you were with?
Yeah, we my brother and I, we hired 2 guards to make it to the nearest logging camp by the river. There was a honeypot on the road. There was a overturned caravan. We had the guards stop, and next thing we knew, we were set on. They made pretty quick work of the guards. I got away. I don't know what happened to my brother. Fuck.
Does he look like one of the people that I saw on the caravan that passed?
He actually does. Looks like the guy that was driving it.
All right. We should probably go see what's going on then, right?
Could you please?
How far down the road was it, do you think?
God, it took me about an hour to get here.
You were running.
Maybe I was running. If you're quick, you can probably get there about an hour. It's on the road.
And we have horses too.
That might make it a bit quicker.
So what are we going to do about you then?
I mean, I can try and serve as a guide. I can try and go with you, but I'm really not much help in a fight.
Well, if we take you with us to go investigate this, what's to stop them from just shooting you down immediately?
We could leave him here.
I would also appreciate that, but all due respect, I left my brother behind. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's not, but I'd like to get to him as quick as possible.
How bad does he look still?
Taking a look at him, it's a lot of superficial wounds. You got the sense that the heal brought through by Brun really did a lot for him. Maybe a couple cuts. What you're seeing from him is probably far more the exhaustion, the physical exertion, than anything else.
Okay.
Could we fit him on a horse with one of us?
Probably. I should think so. He's not a particularly big guy.
You can ride with me.
Or me.
Okay. So what are y'all doing? I should say, I think the only person that's made it through a long rest, the only 2 are Xenia and Zeph, or Xenia and Silencio.
Okay. I'm going to roll for my diviner stuff as well then. So I have that.
Okay. Sounds good.
An 8 and a 4. Perfect.
An 8 and a 4. All right.
Better than a 1 and an 8.
Actually, lower numbers can be pretty useful.
Just a
We'll
force
see.
fails.
Yeah.
Silencio, how do you feel about carrying someone other than the wounded person? Silencio?
He's really
Oops,
thinking
sorry.
hard.
I muted apparently.
He does not feel.
I do not feel
Silent
that I am
abuse.
carrying anyone.
Just in general, I was wondering. Brun and I didn't get to finish sleeping, so I'll stay up if Her Highness wouldn't mind being carried by you.
We should just. I'm not worried about sleeping. Let's just go.
I mean, I'm worried about you sleeping.
As Brun says, let's just go. Silencio starts moving to the left.
I mean, I've only used one spell, so I'm fine.
And I'll pick her up and start walking up the road.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, just try to get some sleep. I don't want you getting, exhausted, wink wink, tomorrow,
I don't know how likely Brun is to sleep in the arms of a man carrying her.
just figure it out.
Might be a little unsettling.
The metagaming pigeon is here.
Well, Zen will offer the man to come ride with her, though I guess now there's 2 extra horses, so...
Yeah.
How fast can Silencio run?
60 feet around.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's dashing.
Yeah.
You can all
Okay.
run 60 feet around.
No, I thought you
that
meant
was your
just...
default.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of friggin'... oh my god.
No.
Monster.
I can move at the speed of a normal human being.
Okay.
But, I mean, if no one's stopping him, he's continuing to carry Brun down the road.
I mean, if speed is the priority here, maybe we just do horses,
Brun, would you rather float? Because that's also an option.
Oh, God.
Actually, if you were floating for an hour, no, it's only 10 minutes, right?
Oh, it's only 10 minutes. Damn it, you're right.
I can do it too, but that would burn spell slot.
I also thought it was an hour. Oh,
I mean,
damn it.
I'm not gonna. I can go back to sleep after this fight. It's fine. Right?
Yeah.
It takes us an hour to get there, though.
That's fine. I'll just sleep through the morning.
Of a late start.
Yeah.
All right, well...
If we survive,
Yeah.
I guess, Silencio, you can drop her carefully, though.
Nope.
Silencio will... Oh, wait. So, did you just say no, Brun? Silencio will keep holding you.
Yep. Maybe just put me down gently, darling.
He does so.
Thank you.
Okay.
And she'll hop on her horse.
All right, you guys hop on your horses. You begin just full-blown galloping?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as we get started, Zen is going to look back at the man. And first, what is your name, by the way?
I'm sorry, my name's Talon.
Talon.
Talon,
Yeah.
do you think you and your brother were specifically targeted?
Or just was it bad luck?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for him. I don't know. I mean, we were kind of stupid to go running through in the middle of the night. It's poor judgment. It could just be bad luck. Maybe they set up camp right by the road like you guys did.
True. Okay.
Is he wearing any armor? Or is he just in normal traveling clothes?
From what you can see, no. Normal traveling clothes, maybe simple leathers, but nothing that would really constitute.
Okay. Well, she will reach back and pat him on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, we will keep you safe." And she'll cast mage armor on him.
Okay.
At some point along the ride, Zephyr as well would probably request that they pull over for like 5 minutes so he can don his armor and feel more protected.
Bren will put her armor on too.
Yeah,
Unless
sure.
I ask Talon. And what's your brother's name, just in case we have to, call out to him or anything like that?
Oh, you're going to be looking for Staven?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys, by the way. I know. I know y'all talked about being tired and all. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I am not tired.
Well, that's good. That's good. I kind of smiles a little awkwardly, not knowing what to say to that.
It's okay. I think I slept pretty well too before you showed up. I'm glad you made it
Excellent.
back to us.
I am too. I don't feel like I made it back completely, to be honest.
Like
One
what?
of you guys
Brun
do that?
didn't. What? Sorry, what'd you say?
Did one of you guys do that? Bring me back?
She'll point at Brun.
I suppose it was both of us.
It was Brun.
Okay.
I mean, I can just do this trick with my hands, so
They're both excellent healers. You are lucky.
That's yeah, that's some trick. I don't think I don't know, that's generally something reserved for priests and the like, you know?
oh, I'm no priest, but I got one saved for your brother, so don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you again. As you guys continue riding, you pull over for a few minutes so that Zeph can don his. It takes probably just about, as he said, around an hour, particularly with you guys on horseback. Perception
Real quick,
checks,
before
please.
we get up to that point, just one sec. So, Talon, I trust that you and your brother had an unfortunate situation, but if theoretically, let's just say this were an ambush that you were trying to put us into, I just want you to be aware that I can breathe forever. That would be your last breath, okay?
Okay. Yeah. No, you don't have to worry about that.
I
But
just wanted to make sure. You know?
sure, crystal
Never
clear.
be
Zeph, I swear, Zeph.
I do not breathe.
Crystal clear.
God, both of you?
I got another natural 20.
I got armor polish in my eye.
I also got a 1, if that's what you...
Yes, another nat one.
Oh, damn. Y'all better be updating your stats.
I
Bad
just
nat
am.
one.
Shit.
Sure am.
This was my first nat 1.
Oh yeah, how'd that feel?
It was, it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Did it feel about 25% of what I'm feeling? I would assume so.
Yeah, I'll get there, don't worry.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how about you, Silencio?
I got a 10.
Not
10. Okay.
1, 4. Oh my god.
So Silencio and Brun, you guys actually see very far ahead of time. For you, Brun, looks to be kind of the smoldering of a fire. You're beginning to get just the faintest a hint of daylight peeking around the corner in the east. You see the smoke of what looks to be a fire beginning to die down. What are y'all doing?
if I see the fire approaching, I'm gonna kind of pull them off and stop us so we're not crashing through camp and triggering another ambush.
Okay. So you're stopping. What's the plan?
I think we should try to be a little bit quiet. I know it's not really our forte, especially not mine. I'm a little ostentatious, but
Yeah, we can try. I mean, what did you see? Just smoke?
just a fire. Yeah, just a campfire like ours.
Maybe they already went ahead.
Well, we can certainly try.
Okay. I mean,
And Brun's gonna start sneaking forward.
yeah.
Okay.
Zen's gonna stick towards the back, but
Then stealth checks. All right.
I hope it's not a 3 again.
ooh.
In an attempt to combat the
nice.
dice gods, I'm gonna do my 2 most vibrantly colored dice.
It's an 18.
Okay.
Let's see.
Dirty 20 for me.
16 for me.
Excellent. 18, dirty 20, 16.
Wow.
8 only because of disadvantage.
8 because of
That's not
disadvantage. I like it.
Would have been a 19.
Alright.
So I'm not rolling
Alright.
terribly in that regard.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Mhm.
Let's see here. How do we do? Okay.
How would you like to kill us, Nick?
He's
Name
thinking
it.
about it.
Without prejudice. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, he died.
I died. You guys begin approaching quietly, stealthily through the brush. I assume you're off of the trail, correct?
Yeah. And probably parked the horses a little bit back.
Okay. As you guys begin approaching, you see what appears to be the remnants of a burning cart. Looks to be rather well destroyed. Several bodies lying around. In particular, one that looks like a familiar guard. Two others that appear to be a little indecipherable. Perception checks one more time.
Well, it's my first natural of the night, and it's not the good one.
Aw.
no.
We're a great party, guys.
Yeah, we are.
It's good
Level
times.
3.
23, my best roll ever. So
Whoa.
far.
Wow.
Ooh.
That should go on your
Yeah.
stat sheet, to be honest.
Highest roll.
Yeah.
Highest roll so far.
Times rolled above 20.
It was a nat 19 for one.
Mine's a 17.
Mine
Okay.
is a 9.
17, a 9.
So my one that makes it a 6, if that matters.
I
I don't know if you do critical fails on skills or not.
Yeah, I do generally. Just because that throws luck into the equation, you know. But as you guys begin largely quietly approaching, you need to quiet Zephyr every once in a while. You notice that two of the bodies, one appears very badly burned. The other appears to have been hit by some kind of caustic substance. You guys probably get within about 30, 40 feet. You notice that the terrain of the area has kind of begun rising to the north of you guys. You see this ridge that probably rises by about 15, 20 feet just on top of the caravan. And the terrain kind of slopes downwards to the south of you guys as you approach the road. As a matter of fact, let's throw you guys on the map.
Oh, look at those little dead guys.
All the dead guys.
Cute.
So, okay. None of the bodies look like another merchant.
Not that you could see.
Okay.
What? But he said there were only 4 of them, right?
There would have been 3 guards and his brother.
3 guards. Okay, I thought there were 2.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 guards and a brother unaccounted for?
And a brother so far unaccounted for.
Okay. Are there any, as we get closer, are there any like blood trails or scuff marks?
Make a investigation check.
Not good at these, let's do it. Oh god, not good at these. That's a 5.
Ooh. No, not from what you see. Maybe
Alright.
not scuff marks.
Are there any tracks?
Investigation or survival.
I will choose survival.
Does anyone also
you
would like
guys-
to do that? If
That's a
possible?
dirty 20.
Oh,
Dirty 20. So point of order here. Are you guys approaching and actually like getting into the midst of the cart of the caravan?
I think Brun is to check if anyone is alive.
Yeah, if
Okay.
anyone on the party is, then Silencio also is.
Okay. Are you guys still being stealthy?
Yeah. If possible.
Sure, anything's possible. Roll stealth check.
Okay.
It's a 9 for Silencio.
15.
15.
19.
Nice.
6.
Come on, clink clank.
Woo-hoo.
I have disadvantage. Leave me alone.
Heavy armor boys.
Yeah, it would have been an 18, but
Oof. Yeah, so you guys begin approaching the soft clatter of wood as it begins collapsing in and on itself from the heat and fire. If you guys want to position yourselves, Silencio, make an investigation or survival check.
I did. I got the dirty 20 for that.
Oh, the dirty 20. Awesome. From what you can see, you notice it's perfect.
Very dainty for the sound of
Yeah.
armor.
Silencio, you notice the burnt corpse and the caustic individual actually appear to be the guards. The other individual looks to be in very roughshod clothing. You get the sense that there were at least 3 or 4 other combatants around here. You see tracks, 2 pairs leading southward, 1 pair leading north, and you don't see where any others went.
Okay. Does one pair have steps spread a little farther than the others? Like maybe one was running? Or they both look kind of like they might have been made in haste?
They look a little more intentional.
Which ones? Or all of them?
All of them. All of them
Okay.
seem to be far more careful, far more intentional.
Okay.
Damn, I am rolling like shit tonight. Those dice are going away.
Silencio will point both sets of tracks to the parties and say, these are the other guards.
Zenny is trying to stick by Talon, and I'm sure he feels really safe next 5-foot-tall, tiny human woman. But she's going to, once Silencio points that out, she's going to call Alki over and then send her off in the direction of the tracks and see if she can get a bird's eye view of where they went.
It flies off, the good little boy. And you send him to the north or to the smaller pair of tracks or the larger pair?
One looked like it was running, right?
No, both looked very intentional.
Oh, both looked intentional. Okay. I don't know. I'll just pick the smaller pair and see what happens. Actually, no. She'll ask, "Is your brother? Is he a big man or is he a small man?"
He's a little bigger than me. He's kind of covering his face. The smell of the burnt individual is a little intense.
Okay. So instead, she'll send it after the bigger set of tracks.
Okay. Make a perception check for Alkione. Give me one more stealth check from you guys.
It's a 14
12.
for Silencio.
14, 12. Nice.
6.
Nice.
It's the only
Would've
thing
been
you
a
can
17.
roll.
15 on perception, and stealth 13, and
Okay.
would also probably be blinded at this specific moment.
Oh, you're flying. Okay, so you're going through
Yeah,
the perception of nice.
I should have specified that, but yes.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. All right. So as you're flying through the side of the bird, since
Do
it's
you
still
warn
dark,
us, or do you just go fucking motionless?
If you guys seem busy, she'd probably elbow Talon and say, I'm going to be blind and deaf for a moment. Just smack me if anything happens, and then she's going to go very still.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm having a freaking breakdown here. I'm rolling all of my dice. I have rolled 3 nat 1s and 6 4s.
Oh no!
Go
You
wash
are
your
cursed.
hands.
There's another
That's a
4.
nightmare. That's a nightmare.
Is somebody selling you like poorly weighted dice?
Yeah, maybe you need to
Are they
reset.
chess X dice?
I just
Oh,
I'm
Zephyr
just so confused.
licks nipples.
I'm rolling my giant one. Hold on. It's a 7. All right, that's better.
Yeah, maybe go with
Hey,
that
it's
one.
better than all your self checks.
improvement. improvement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Continue. Sorry.
All right. As you guys begin flying through, Alcoyne sees it first. Would look to be at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 individuals 30 feet away from you guys to the south.
Do they look like they're looking in our direction, or do they seem pretty like they're talking to themselves, stuff like that?
They seemed to be kind of amongst themselves silently until recently, when you noticed, when your owl heard the kind of rough clanking and scraping sound of armor to the north of you.
Oh,
They've gone even more quiet and are slowly advancing.
She would immediately come out of it and just kind of look at the rest of the party and say, "There's some people over that way, 30 feet," and point in that direction.
At this point, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Ah! I don't want to.
Oof.
Oh, God.
Xenia, how about you?
I got a 5.
5, nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Silencio,
12.
12. Brun,
Twinsies, 12.
12,
Nice.
nice. Zephyr, how about you?
Twinsies 5.
I was like, oh man, double digits, nice. Nope.
I have 1 D20 in my laptop case, and I'm gonna go find that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
That's a
mail you
nightmare,
some
buddy.
fucking dice, man.
Are you
I
still
will
in
fine as a
Florida? Is
DM.
it just Florida? Or are you back home?
I'm back at home. I've been at home for a few days.
Go back to
I rolled-
Florida.
When I DM'd, I rolled 5.
Oh man. Good times. Give me just a moment so I can add the turn for the bandits. What is their initiative? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Triplets.
Hey!
It's a 5. All right. So let's kick off this round. Let's see. Highest dexterity. Well, between Silencio and Brun, what do you guys want to? Let's go for it.
I don't know about Brun, but as soon as any pointed to where they were coming from, Silencio would have moved. So,
Okay. Go for it.
You go first, then.
okay. And it was to the north of us, right?
To the south.
Oh, to the south. Okay. Do we see them after she points them out, or am I still kind of like wandering?
It's still pretty dark. I would imagine you could get enough of a bearing to see them.
Okay. Then Silencio will wander into the woods and stop as soon as he encounters anybody.
Okay. You do come across the first guy with the spear. He's going to make an attack of opportunity against you. How did that get cocked? Okay, that's going to be a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. Okay, does absolutely nothing. What are you doing?
So bonus action, Shillelagh.
Excellent.
And so I will attack him with my nature glowy staff.
Excellent.
No. That's an 8. My 0 damage per turn continues.
Yikes. All right, you go diving in. The shillelagh still a little dark. Do Warforged have dark vision?
They do not.
Okay. As you go crashing through the copse of the trees, you just bring your shillelagh down, but you dodging out of the way of its spear as he thrusts out at you just throws the attack off just enough. Brun, how about you?
They are over here.
See, so I can see dudes now.
Yeah.
Okay. Brun is going to cast Spiritual Weapon about here.
Okay. Awesome. And what's your spiritual weapon look like?
It's a giant book.
Excellent.
I'm gonna smush him.
I love it. Okay, let's see.
I'm just reading. Can I use it now? I don't know.
You should be able to. I'm pretty sure.
As a bonus
Yeah.
action. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I will hit a smush. I smush.
Smack.
Okay. What is it? Okay.
and
That's
it
10
also
total.
says when you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack.
Cool.
A
But it's
10
only-
total to hit?
Yeah.
I'm afraid that is not going to miss. As this book, this spectral, almost glowing book, opens up, you notice a small butterfly flying out. As you just... it smashes into the ground. The guy with the spear dodges to the side. Zephyr, what are you doing?
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna move in to the fray here.
Nice.
Stepping in between them. Alright, and I am going to... Or I'm sorry, hold on. I would like to move here, rather. And
Okay.
I would like to also cast Spiritual Weapon, first stowing away my shield, and then cast
Nice.
Spiritual Weapon.
Excellent. What does it look like?
My Spiritual Weapon looks like... I don't really have anything fun planned for this set. We're gonna go with a giant club, like a giant mace, but like the head is shaped like a camel's head.
Nice. Okay.
And its name is Bardo the Basher. And
Bardo the Basher. I love it. Okay.
And
Do
it's
you
Jesse
have a
right
camel
there.
club?
I have a camel.
Works for me. So putting it directly to the right of me.
I believe you mean a water horse.
A water horse. Just directly to the right of you right here?
Yes, right there.
Sure.
Oh, it's
Alright.
so cute.
And I'm gonna make my attack on the one below it. So not the one that they're currently attacking, the one below it.
Okay, the one below it.
This
Cool.
guy.
Roll your attack.
Yep. Okay. Spiritual weapon. That is... 9.
A 9.
9!
I'm afraid that is
Oh my
not
gosh,
gonna do
guys.
it.
Yeah, that's fine. Out of pure anger, as my camel misses, I'm gonna bash with my normal mace, the mouth shutter at the same one.
Okay, same guy. Roll attack.
Okay, that is a 15.
That will hit.
God, finally. Okay, and can I roll above minimum damage this time? I did! Alright, 6 damage. 6
Nice. Very
Ooh,
nice.
new
As
personal
you go-
best.
As you go crashing through. Yeah, highest damage you've ever dealt.
I have to update my stat, hold on.
Your camel mace just goes crashing through. He ducks just in time as it swipes above his head, but not in time for you to bring your uppercut across him, just crashing into his ribs. He's looking pretty rough. Xenia, what are you doing?
She's first going to push Talon on the shoulder and tell him to go run back behind those trees, get some cover, and then she's going to back up herself a little bit.
Don't have to tell him twice.
Yeah. And then she's going to focus down on this guy right in front of her with the crossbow, and she's going to cast Mind Spike.
Mind Spike, yes.
So she
Alrighty.
does a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw, that's going to be an 8. That is not going to cut it.
Yes, he takes 1d6. Oh, fuck, where did that go? Alright, different dice. I'm not good at rolling on the table. 1! So he takes 1 point of psychic damage.
Excellent. You see him lift up his crossbow and look confused for a moment as he
He
takes
gets
it
a
off.
brief headache.
He gets a brief headache. It's going to be their turn. As you do that, you notice this globule of sickly green caustic liquid go flying above your heads. Silencio, Zephyr, make a dexterity savings.
Oh boy.
I'm so scared to pick
That's a
die roll.
9.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Okay,
I'm so disheartened.
you're both going to take 6 points of acid damage. Shit.
No.
Full damage. Yeah, sorry guys.
Okay,
And then-
I am going to absorb elements.
Ooh.
As a reaction, sure.
Yeah. So I will only take 3 of that, and I will do a
Okay.
d6 of acid next time I hit with an attack.
Awesome. So we're going to put that green there to remind you you're resistant to acid. And that lasts for a minute, or is it just the one attack?
I think it's just the one attack. Double checking real quick. Yeah, just the incoming damage. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn.
Until the start of your next turn. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, that is actually quite fortunate because a second is going to throw a same attack there. Dexterity saving throw from both of you.
Peanuts love that.
That's an 11.
An 11.
21.
A 21. Both save this time as both of you roll out of the way from the second globule of acid. These three, the ones carrying crossbows, this guy is going to fire upon you, Brun. That is going to be... Oh, fuck. That's a 5 to hit.
Miss!
These two are going to fire with disadvantage on you, Zephyr.
Okay.
That's going to be a 17
Hits.
and a 13.
Miss.
Okay, Zephyr, you're going to take 3 points of slashing damage as one of them. It's piercing damage. Not like that makes a difference. Oh, it does because I rolled the wrong die. I promise, guys, I'm a professional DM. 3 points of piercing damage from the crossbow.
Cool.
And this guy with the spear is, he's got his name written down. He's facing down a camel and a Warforged. But he's going to hit...
and a book.
He's going to hit you, Silencio, for 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage. Alright, top of the round. Brun, what are you doing?
So are these guys behind me hidden? Or can I see them because they just chucked acid over my head?
Yeah, you can see them. They're standing right at the ledge. They're both kind of just looking up there.
Alright, so how high is the ledge?
Ledge is 15 feet high.
15 feet, let me just check. That's fine. So Brun is going to spin around in a panic, clap her hands, and pull the dead at the one closest to her. That is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Excellent. That is, let's see, any bonuses to wisdom? No, that's an 11.
That is a fail.
Alright, how much do you deal?
He takes 5 damage.
5 damage. You hear the sonorous as the rocks beneath their feet begin to shudder. He kind of clutches himself like you just played a deadly brown note. Silencio, your turn.
Actually, I will also attack with my book.
Oh, that's right. Roll your attack.
Come on, baby! 30-20.
Nice. Yes, that'll
hit. What does it do? Let's double check because I forgot. D8.
1d8?
9 total.
9. Wow. All right. The book just thwaps itself on top of the guy holding the spear. As it does, these spectral little butterflies go flying out from it for just a brief moment. As Silencio, what are you doing?
I am going to set myself an aura real quick.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah, I am moving there.
Sure.
And then I am casting Earth Tremor.
Nice. Okay. That is dexterity saving throw?
Yes, dex saving throw. DC is... The hell is my DC? 13.
Why is that not working? What is going on? Your DC is 13?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's roll 3 dex saving throws. Oh, because you moved. Yeah, that's a good... Oh, shit. Alright. That is a 3, and an 8. Yeah, roll damage.
Okay, so they each take 1d6. Do you just want me to roll one die and they all take that? Or...
That's up to you. We'll go from left to right if you want to roll.
Yeah, let's go left to right.
Okay.
I like the idea that the Earth would have moved differently in different places.
Absolutely.
So the first one is a 5.
Alright.
The next one is 1.
Okay.
The last one is a 6.
Excellent.
And so they also are all knocked prone, and the area becomes difficult terrain.
Awesome. That is really solid. Okay. As you go kind of rotating around the guy with the follow brief a second until little juts of earth and stone begin shooting out. Two of them fall down to the ground. The one furthest from you is actually impaled by one as he falls. A sickening thud. He is dead. Zephyr, what are you doing?
So the two surrounding Silencio are knocked prone currently?
Currently, yep.
Okay. First, the trees aren't thick enough. Like, I can still see Brun and Xenia, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I am going to turn around and cast Protective Ward on Brun. So, until, let's see, so for the next round, if you take damage, you can roll a 1d4 and subtract that much damage. That's one of your homebrew spells, right, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love it. It's a really cool spell.
There's not enough protective cantrips, man.
I agree. Yeah, there really should be more. Alright, so Protective Ward on Brun, and I will use my bonus action to make a melee attack with my spiritual weapon on the prone guy, so that's advantage, right?
Yeah.
Alright, 3 nat 1s, here we go! 15, 16. Alright, so that is
Yes.
that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Damn, what have you done with Jack?
In combat, Zephyr knows what he's doing.
Alright, yes. The camel. What was the camel's name again?
Bardo the Basher.
Bardo the Basher. Love it. Alright, Bardo just wails on this guy like nobody's business. He tries to get up, raising on all fours until Bardo and his camel head just right into the spine. He is dead. Like,
That was
so
max
dead.
damage, by the way.
Wow.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Do you only swing one way or the other? Max or min?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, hey,
exactly.
that's my newest record for damage. I can keep updating it.
Shit.
Yay!
Nice. Xenia, how about you?
Well, kind of frustrated that the one guy didn't seem to react to her little headache very well. She's going to frustratedly flick her wand again towards him, and she's going to cast Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. Nice.
So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, and he must subtract a D6 from it because of my my cantrip, whatever it's called.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Slither.
And he's got to subtract a d6 from it?
Yes.
Shit, well that's a natural 18. Okay, as you feel the spike of psychic energy penetrate, it doesn't quite get through as much as you want it to. It still takes half damage though, right?
Yes. I believe so. Let me double check.
Alright, let's see.
Yes, half as much damage on the successful one.
Yep.
So that is a 10, 13, so 13 divided by 2, I guess a 6.
Yep, so it'll take 6 damage. This time, its nose begins to bleed as he kind of like holds his head for a moment. Worst migraine of his life.
Excellent.
Let's see, I think these guys are going to double up. I will say the one that you just shot with the Mind Spike, Xenia, is going to realize that you are the for its migraine, is going to make a crossbow attack at you. That is a natural 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you are going to take 4 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
The one next to you, Silencio, is going to use its half of its movement to get up. He's going to take a shot at Zephyr.
So I'm actually going to trigger my Halo of Spores first.
Nice. Okay.
With my reaction. So
Absolutely.
That is a con save, DC 13.
DC 13, that is a 12. Roll damage.
Okay, it's not a ton. Let's see. Oh, nice. Max damage. That is 4 necrotic damage.
Nice. As it gets up, you just kind of extend your arm, and these glowing phosphorescent yellow and green spores begin enveloping. You see its skin almost being consumed by various forms of lichen. As it's groaning in pain, it manages to get off one more shot at Zephyr. It is on death's door, but he's not quite there yet. Zephyr, that's going to be a 13 to hit.
Yes.
Alrighty, the bolt just flies off wide. These two are, we're going to say, they're looking at the pain that Silencio's putting down. I think they are going to make firebolts attacks.
Big mistake, boys.
Right, that's going to be a 17 and a 9.
Yep, those will both hit.
Okay. Silencio, you're going to take 12 points of fire damage between the two of them.
Alright, I've used my reaction, so no absorb elements this time.
Nope. Oh, also the acid resistance is gone.
Yes.
Top of the round. Brun, what are you doing?
Brun is... How close are they to the edge?
They're like right near the edge. They're
Okay.
inches.
So the one that she hasn't... I think one hasn't taken any damage yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. That one she's going to hold person.
Nice. Charisma.
In the hopes that she can pull him and or not that she can pull him, that he'll topple over. It is a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Oh man, they suck at those. Oh, okay. Hold person?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me look at specifics of it.
Be paralyzed for the duration.
Yeah, it is most definitely paralyzed. It just kind of hangs there, its body freezing up right after it gets out the firebolt. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. How far can it move? 20 feet? Yeah, it's going to start moving 20 feet towards me.
Okay.
So I can get it up to the other guy.
20. Yeah, we'll put it on either your left or right. You almost there?
Right's fine.
Okay. Alright, Silencio, how about you?
I am going to attempt to hit with my shillelagh again.
Excellent. Go for it.
That's a 10 plus 5, it's a 15.
15, yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Nice. Okay, I can actually use something above a d4. Okay, so I rolled a 5. I think that's a 3. So 8 damage, 8 bludgeoning.
8 damage, yeah. You just smack it. And the lichen on your staff just completely envelop this bandit as it begins to eat away and consume and decompose very, very quickly.
Okay. So Silencio will wordlessly start moving towards the other crossbow guy. This is... Oh, I gotta turn this off. But everything in the yellow right now is difficult terrain. I can still make it to that other guy, but...
Yeah, I'll draw the difficult terrain here.
Okay.
I always forget that it's not gonna... forget that it's going to be difficult about damn it. Objects are difficult when you get near the end of the map.
Yeah,
but as you're moving, what else are you doing?
I'm just moving over to this guy here.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then I will look at Zephyr and say, Brun is in trouble.
Alright, next up we have Zephyr.
Alright, nod and let's see. First Protective Ward has run out at this point.
Okay.
Is it one round?
Yes.
Let me review the specifics of my own spell.
It says duration, instantaneous 1 round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So that you couldn't...
Ammunition It is a cantrip, so.
Oh, actually, so I had a casting time of 1 action, range 30 feet. The duration was concentration up to 1 minute.
Really? Not what it gave me.
Is that on D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember which one was the most up to date. We'll call it the D&D Beyond for now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. In that case, I will use all my movement to just charge over here and stand right there. And bonus action, I would like to move my spiritual weapon 2 tiles to the left. And then I will attack with my spiritual weapon. And actually, I still have my action, so
Excellent.
start
Yeah.
with my spiritual weapon attack.
Go for it.
Actually, I want to move my spiritual weapon 1 down to the left from there. Will that give me flanking bonus?
1 down to the left. Sure. Yeah.
Sweet. Do spiritual weapons count with flanking? I don't know how.
I allow it. It's another thing. It's another factor moving.
Cool. Okay, so advantage then, because flanking, right?
Yep.
I'm always so fuzzy on flanking rules, so okay, thank you.
They're always kind of a...
Yeah. Okay, 15.
15. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Bardo Basher, 4 points of radiant damage.
Awesome.
It is radiant, right?
It is
Force
radiant.
damage.
Yep.
Radiant or force? I don't remember. Whatever. Anyway.
Radiant.
Okay, yeah, so radiant damage, and I will use my action now to attack this boy right here.
So they are 15 feet above you.
Oh, they're in the tree. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
Levitate yourself.
I could. Oh, damn it, Sanctuary is a bonus action. A lot of bonus action spells. In that case, I will cast Guiding Bolts up at that one.
Okay. Yeah, roll your attack.
Still a long time since I've cast Guiding Bolt ever, so let's see. Oh, that was rolling for so long. It's a 9.
A 9. That, I'm afraid, will not hit.
Okay. That's it.
Oh. Alrighty. Xenia, what are you doing?
She'll probably continue to focus on this dude she's been attacking all along.
That reminds me. You rolled 4 damage, right, Zeph?
Yes.
Okay. So as Bardo just swings down on him, second kill of the night, just crashes across his head, and he is laid out.
Damn.
Nice.
Never mind then. She will turn on her heel. And look up at the guys in the tree and point and again go for Mind Silver.
Awesome. Yeah.
And that intelligence saving throw on their part.
Let's see. So, Mind Sliver, correct? Not...
Yes, I keep messing it up.
No, that's okay. I just need to be sure for myself.
Yeah.
And that is intelligence, so a 13?
I think mine's a 12. Let me see. Oh, no, mine is a 13, but they still make it, so.
A 13, yes, that's still successful. Okay.
So
Next.
nothing.
It is going to be their turn. As the guiding bolt just right past their face. The one that's paralyzed...
He gets to roll.
At the end of each of its turns. Damn.
Which one's paralyzed? The left or right?
This one.
That one.
The one on the right. That's a 7. That is going to miss. All right.
Paralyzation's
so the one...
mean.
Yeah, paralyzed
Fuck
is
you, bitch.
bad. That is bad. Okay, so the one on the right is actually going to send a firebolt screaming down at Zephyr.
Okay.
That is going to be a 21.
Oh, just hits, just barely.
Just hits. Damn.
5 over my
well.
AC, just barely.
Shit, that's only 2 points of fire damage as the bolt just collides into your. Next, we have Brun.
Brun is going to send the book flying up to smash the dude who is paralyzed in the jaw.
Excellent. Let's see, 5. Yeah, absolutely. Roll with advantage.
Nice. Oh fuck! Whoa, fuck! No, come back. That landed in my hand. I'm just gonna roll again.
Oh,
Wow, double 10s. That's cool. 16. No,
16,
wait.
that.
Hold on. Yeah, 16.
Awesome, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Jesus Christ, dice would so how does math work? 9.
9, yes. Excellent.
Jesus Christ. And then the other one, she's gonna toll the dead again. That's another wisdom saving throw, I think.
The one on the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom save.
That was cocked. That was not much better. An 11.
That fails. Has he taken damage?
He has, so roll.
Okay. 7!
7. Excellent. As the sonorous reverberation emit up the cliffside, you see this person just clutching their chest and then their stomach, and they fall over, falling down the additional 15 feet dead. Silencio, what are you doing?
Okay, Silencio is going to move up here. Yeah, there. And he is going to extend his empty hand, and the kind of moss that grows around his arm is going to grow and form the shape of a mushroom known as the Dead Man's Fingers, and launch itself at the guy in the tree. This is me casting Chill Touch, so let's see if I hit.
Okay.
That is 15 plus 5, so dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Alright, and Chill Touch does 1d8. So that is 2 points of necrotic damage as the mushroom hand wraps itself around his neck, and he cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Nice. So 2 points, you said?
Yep.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Damn!
Choke him out!
Nice. So I want the Dead Man's Fingers to wrap around his throat and to just continue growing up and into his mouth and into his nose until he suffocates and falls out of the tree.
Shit, like Davy Jones in the third. You see the spectral mushroom just beginning to grow. You see the panic on this person's face. As Brun, you feel they finally break out of the grip of Hold Person, but it's too little too late. They are instantly reclaimed by nature, thanks to Silencio.
I hit him with my book just as an extra fuck you.
You see the spectral book just poof, and the mushrooms kind of disintegrate under this holy radiant energy and turn into spectral butterflies.
I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Spooky ass butterflies.
What in the ever living fuck?
Most butterflies don't make any damn sense. Just a bunch of goddamn pretty moths.
I want you to be my southern grandpa.
I can probably play the part in about 30 years.
Nice.
All right. Well, you guys have successfully defeated the bandits. A little worse for the wear. You see Talon kind of huddled off to the side there. I didn't even think to give him a token because, frankly, one hit he was gone. It was more effort than it was worth. All right, so what are you guys doing?
Were any of those your brother?
Because
he says, spurting out chemical fluid from various parts of his body. And
he looks a little horrified, but kind of like, no, I don't think so.
Bueno.
No, yeah. Yeah, very, very good. Wow, guys. You really know your stuff.
Yeah, they do. It was kind of terrifying, but also very impressive. Brun, why was it a book? Do you
What
just...
do you mean?
Never mind.
Why wouldn't it be a book?
I don't know. Are you fond of books?
You could say that, yeah.
Do you get to choose what it is, or is it just always a book?
I mean, it's been a book so far.
Okay. What?
Bit of
okay.
A, bit of B.
Yeah. And Zephyr, that was an interesting a club thing. Was that a camel? I've never seen.
Yeah, that's at least the camel that I've seen. Yeah.
Wow.
And
I
now
see no hump.
Silencio thinks a camel is just a camel head with a haft.
Yep, that's
It's going to be a disaster.
I can't wait
With
for
a
that
water
one, Jake.
pouch stapled to it.
But Silencio, are you okay? And she started trying to pat him, but not really knowing what to do about the spreading chemical.
I am very damaged.
Okay. Can one of you two healers, can you do anything about this?
Why don't you let me do this one? You've blown a lot of spills.
I'm fine.
I...
But okay, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Fucking go for it. I won't argue.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, thanks for giving me minimum health, guys.
No problem. Well, I didn't get to finish my rest, so I don't have the better hands-on healing, but I can. I got the kind of verbal healing,
Let me just do it. She's just gonna cure wounds on what's his face.
Thanks.
You're welcome. What is cure wounds? You get 7.
Yay!
Nice.
I will also cast Healing Word.
Okay.
On Silencio or yourself?
On Silencio.
Did I take the most damage? Are none of you that hurt?
I took no
A lot
damage.
of damage.
I was slightly grazed by a cross.
Yeah, I almost dead.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
I
tell me this shit!
I still have more than half my HP. Heal another 4 in addition.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, you took 12 fire damage in one turn. That was more damage than I took
That
the
was-
entire fight. So
Yeah.
That was heavy.
They were obviously afraid of you.
Robots don't really howl in pain, though, so,
Does he just
Ow.
beep boop sadly?
Ow.
It's just sad boops.
he just fights.
Insert bastion.
And then one day he fights no more.
Oh.
The life of Warforged is just pretty sad as a general.
We're
It's
gonna find
so
out if he
good.
has a soul. We are going to figure it out someday.
I mean, we probably will.
If he dies, yeah, probably.
Yeah, when I try to fucking revivify this motherfucker.
when you reincarnate me into like a halfling body,
Oh god.
and I say, I do not sleep, and I say, I fall asleep.
Oh man, I'm ready for that. I'm
Don't
ready
plan
for
on that, Nick.
one.
Don't plan on
I'm
that.
ready for that subplot. What is this hunger? Why do I desire to eat pies and second breakfast?
Okay. So Silencio, as you cast on him, the natural cords between his limbs mend, and the alchemical liquid stops spilling out of him quite as quickly, and he's looking much less worse for wear.
So, Xenia,
Uh-huh.
I can't imagine you know the answer to this. So, what exactly is he made of?
I mean, it looks like wood.
Wood
Right.
and stone.
I'm more referring to the stuff leaking from him. I don't really know a whole lot about alchemy.
She'll peer a little closer since there's a lot to...
Make an
Did she-
Arcana check.
Okay. Fucking...
Did that fall into the abyss?
9
Brittany
plus...
fell with it.
9 plus 6, so 15. And 9 plus 7.
Plus 7.
Yeah, so 16.
Okay, well,
What's your
15
freaking Arcana modifier? Holy shit.
It's a plus 7.
Do you have expertise?
15 was
I
just
do,
what you
yes.
needed. Just what you needed there. As you kind of peer closer and closer to it, it dawns on you you've never seen it in liquid form, at least any kind of alchemical substance created from the liquid, but it actually looks like some form of water or coolant made out of the material Amynthia.
The material what? Sorry, you
The material Amynthia.
Amynthia.
One moment. Let's see if that works for you.
Oh, okay.
From what you know, Amynthia is one of the required materials of enchanting. You know, in a lot of ways, it's this chalky silver mineral with green threads lining through it, and when combined in water, it can help any items in it to kind of retain the magic in it. This doesn't look like Amynthia mixed with water, though. It looks like a liquid form of it that just seems to be flowing through him.
And I've never seen anything like that specifically before?
No, definitely not.
Okay. And while I'm looking at him so closely, looking at, like, the wood and the rock that is part of his form, can I get a sense of how old he might be?
Make a history...
Nature?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Okay. Let's see. That is a 16 plus 5, so 21.
Shit. Okay. Some of the wood that he's made from, first, most definitely not native to the Empire or any kind of wood you've seen. Because you're not getting a full-blown piece of it, and carbon dating hasn't been invented for at least another many hundreds or thousand years, this is definitely not new. Him being magical probably helps maintain it, but it looks almost like it's been petrified. So old. Most definitely old. It would have to be older than at least 100 years.
Sorry,
least.
again? What did you say? How many years?
The wood would have to be older than at least 100 years. At
100.
least.
Okay. Interesting. She's gonna pull back a little bit and say, actually, yeah, I have kind of heard of this stuff before. I've never actually worked with it, but, you are a very magical man, Silencio? And that's your blood?
I am not man.
Oh, yes. I know you aren't. That's just the best word I could think of at the moment. Do you know if your body, like, makes more of this, or you don't want to...
It is what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
So if you were to be drained of it, what's the case?
What happens if you are drained of your fluid? And I point to the blood on anybody. Maybe on Talon.
Well, our bodies make more, so we're wondering if your body makes more.
So if you are drained, you just make more?
We have to survive the...
I'm going to cut this off just quickly here. Not all of it, okay?
If we lost
a little
all of
bit,
it.
we get a little bit of it back. But I'm wondering if it's the same for you. Don't try to drain us in our sleep, please. Thank you.
I have no desire to drain you, or no commands to drain you.
He would never.
If I am wounded, I heal over the night.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
I feel like none of my questions have been answered, and I am not happy. He turns away and walks over to Brun.
If
What if
you
you-
find who make me, you find the answers.
I mean, that's fair.
You have no idea who that might be.
No.
Well, I'm assuming there are not many people who can make people like you. So, if we look into people who do that kind of thing, maybe we'll find some. Or they might know of who. You're very unique.
The most surreal Groot ever. I love it.
Yes. Little freaked out, but...
Talon kind of advances. I hate to break up the excitement here. You are definitely special. I haven't found my brother.
Oh, yes. So based off what we saw with the tracks earlier, could we deduce that those were the two groups of men we saw?
You could probably deduce they were the groups of men you saw. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we haven't seen any other sign of footprints or anything like that?
Nope, not that you could tell.
Well, we saw the single set, right? Am I confused?
Those
that was
were
the
the
people
set
in
of
the
footprints
trees.
going north
Oh.
that were the spellcast.
Okay.
Look.
Well, I can send Alki out again to go look.
I can become horse and look.
I don't know if horses are very good at looking.
That actually really bothers me because horses are nocturnal, but they're not in D&D.
Oh, that's true.
One of us could head out on a horse and look around.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I can get an aerial view if someone will watch me, make sure I don't get stabbed.
I guess they're diurnal, but
Yeah, they're not nocturnal.
They just kind of sleep whenever they need to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Xenia, I'll watch you if you want to get in a bird's eye view with that creepy
Okay.
owl of yours.
She's not creepy. What are you talking about?
She's just, okay, go on.
You should
If
never
you-
insult
if-
a woman's
yes.
birds.
And you should never insult the bird as well. She holds grudges.
You see the owl just perched on Xenia's shoulder, its head kind of cocks in the eye.
Is she bird or is she chicken?
She's a bird. She is an owl, to be specific. There are many different kinds of birds.
Bird,
I'm
owl,
saying-
chicken.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Silencio,
bird.
you have officially learned to turn into a bird owl chicken.
It's going in my list of forms.
Excellent.
I'm saying she's a beautiful bird, but she has the eyes that just stare at you forever, and
That's how
that
birds
can
look.
be a little disconcerting. Okay, yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen a
just
lot of
don't make eye contact. She takes it as a challenge. And she will sit down where she stands and throw Alki out, just toss her bodily, and
Okay.
go through
The little
eyes.
lumpy bird body of Alki goes fluttering through the sky. Takes about 5 minutes going in slow circles, kind of looking through the trees. Eventually to the north you see what looks to be some kind of crawling, moving form.
I will tell her to swoop down a little bit to get a closer view.
Okay. You swoop down and notice what looks to be looks like a tied up individual, slowly inchworming their poor way northward as quickly as possible. He looks to be bleeding from his head, but otherwise largely okay.
I will have her land in front of him, flap her wings a bunch, try to get him to stop moving.
He instantly freaks out. I think he is going to headbutt.
Gosh, she only has 2 hit points. Be careful.
Okay, that's a 7 to hit. What's the AC of an owl?
I have the sheet at 1 second. It is 11.
An 11. Okay, yeah. The owl just kind of dodges out of the way. He,
I'm a little disappointed.
his eyes
Wow.
bugging. His eyes bugging, his body freaking out, but he has stopped moving. Perception checks from Zeph, Silencio, and Brun.
15.
While this is going on, Brun's going through pockets to see if these people were like sent or
Sure.
21.
any fun things on them. What perception? Is that what this says?
Perception or investigation? I won't be picky.
I like perception. 22.
22. Excellent. Would you do me a favor?
No.
Okay, well, no loot.
I will.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
He's already learned how to pull your strings, though.
Something I've recently taken to is having the players roll their loot. Just
that's cool.
gives them the feeling of pulling the lever, you know.
I love rolling.
All right.
I used to love rolling.
Roll me, if you're looting the entirety of these guys, roll me 6d100.
Everyone except the guy that obviously belongs to Talon.
The guy that belongs to Talon.
The guard. The guards.
Oh, sure. Still, 6d100. While Brun is rage looting, Silencio and Zephyr, you guys actually do hear the faint muffled cries of a freaking out human far to the north.
I sense the rage bubbling up within Alki. Force her not to attack him, but
your bird is right on. This bird is ready to.
Oh, I love her.
I just monitor her, and then out loud I will say, "I see him farther down the road, I think." And then,
okay. Silencio will head towards.
Ooh. Brun, as you are searching, you find 17. Shit.
17 shits.
Hold up.
I can use those actually.
29. You find 29 gold.
Ooh.
Oh god, fuck that. No, we don't do Electrum in my campaigns because I'm not.
Alright, fair.
That's fair. I do the same thing. Yeah.
It's too much. It's too
Yeah.
much.
No, if you had given us Electrum, I would have left this call right now.
Give me the Electrum.
17 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Another 14 silver.
Someone math for me with 17 plus 14. 31.
And finally... Finally, 15 copper pieces.
Nice.
All right, so you guys begin running up.
yeah. Xenia will have Alki fly back towards her and come out of it and go with them.
Okay, all right. So you see, after maybe half a minute, you see Alki flying towards you. He does gently lead you guys toward the writhing and squirming body of what looks to be another humanoid. Talon is following up shortly behind and just falls to his knees, begins unwrapping his brother.
Seeing that he's kind of brutal, Silencio will attempt to do what Zephyr did earlier with a medicine check and see if he can, help him at all.
Sure, make a medicine check.
Oh, damn, that's a 21.
21? Yeah, so he doesn't look it to be in nearly as bad a position as Talon was when you approached him. Possibly a concussion, but definitely you get the sense that if it was going to be particularly bad, he would have been in and out of consciousness by now. You managed to patch him up, kind of stop the bleeding, but otherwise looks to be largely okay.
Silencio will turn ahead to Talon and say to him, "He is not drained of fluid."
Talon kind of almost smiles and nods. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Of course.
Actually, here. He kind of gently lifting Staven, who nods politely and smiles, still kind of dazed. You guys wander back to the caravan. He kind of begins digging through the burning refuse and wreckage. I imagine some of our coin probably would have been in their hands, but he manages to pull out 2 or 3 crates worth. How would you guys? I could probably spare, I don't know, one of these crates for you guys if you want.
What is it?
Well, we've got. He opens up silk.
Ooh.
You know, maybe some iron. Just, you know, trade goods.
I
Does it
mean,
look-
if this. Go ahead.
Does it look heavy?
It looks to be pretty heavy.
I mean, if you guys really want it, but
It's
we have
probably
horses.
it's probably about 25 pounds.
Oh, okay. I thought with like iron, it was probably more like, I don't know.
So
A
if you're going to
million.
take if you get the sense that between the undamaged silk, you could take a lighter weight, make a little less money, or heavier weight, make a little.
If you guys want to like it, absolutely.
I don't know if we need it.
Yeah, I mean, you've obviously gone through a lot. It's probably best for you to keep your goods and try to recover from what you went through.
He kind of, nods in agreement. There's a bit of relief on his face. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'd definitely. Yeah, that would be very much appreciated.
Do you think you'll go back to... What, did you come from Oakhart, or where were you trying?
Well, we came from Oakhart. We were going to try and make a shipment. I don't know, maybe to Barova, maybe to Luton. Although fuck Luton. We didn't know. Maybe we'll just sell our stuff back in Oakhart. I kind of looks over to his brother, who nods. You. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You guys really helped us out here. We appreciate it. Maybe we should just take a couple days in Oakhart to rest. Yeah, I mean, if you guys need anything, you can feel free to stop by our inn. My brother kind of largely takes care of the food. His husband runs the blacksmith. I kind of oversee the business part of it. But I'm sure we can get you a good deal on an inn stay. Maybe Stefan's husband would give you a good deal on something from the armory. Yeah, we owe you guys.
What's the name of your inn?
Well, he kind of looks over at his brother. It's called Out of the Fry Inn. My husband runs the To the Pyre Armory and Smith. It's kind of a play on words after the awkward silence.
I can see it. It's great. I was just tapping, so it takes a little bit.
I would say the awkward silence is canon, though.
No, it's
How-
very creative.
How do you play with words?
It's an expression.
It's a figure of speech.
Like hiccups?
Yes.
This is the most culturally confused workhorse we have ever created.
He sure is. And I love it. It is his purpose in my life to be culturally confused.
I love it.
Yeah, we can talk more about it later. But if you guys are planning on going back, I suppose it's not that far. But if you wanted to go onwards, you could. I mean, I don't know if we're going the same direction.
We could probably escort you for a little bit.
It's probably equidistant from either here or there. What do you think? He looks over at his brother Stave and kind of nods slowly. I think we'd be a lot safer if we traveled during the day, and you guys look and see the sun is pretty much all but risen. The trees looking a lot less insidious now. The fire's burnt out from the caravan and only smoke rising. I think we can make it back home. It's only about a 6-hour walk to get there. There's a bit of a groan from Talon, who nods agreeingly. I think we'll be all right.
Okay.
I mean it though. If you guys make your way back into Oakhart, just come see us. We owe you.
Of course. I live there, so I will definitely be coming by.
We'd love to see your inn. I'm sure it's beautiful.
The brother Staven kind of like scrunches his face and shrugs. But they shake hands with you. The Staven giving a hug to a couple of you, giving his thanks. Talon shaking hands and kind of parting ways, trying to gather up as much of the goods as they can and kind of make a ramshackle handcart from salvage. That's where you guys leave them, wandering down the road deeper and deeper into the Athmid Holdt. And I believe that's where we're going to end for the night.